Succulents can get uprooted in a lot of scenarios, but uprooted succulents are extremely distressing to plant parents. They need to be planted back into the soil before it goes into shock. There can be 3 scenarios with uprooted succulents where root ball is intact or root ball is not intact but the roots are mostly fine or roots are broken. Let's take the first scenario. When the root ball is intact, handle it gently so as to not damage it further. Now, empty the planter of the remaining potting mix. Remember to clean the drainage hole if it is blocked by roots or mud. Now, fill the bottom 2 inches of the planter with the potting mix. And gently place the intact root ball in and fill to the top with the remaining potting mix. Press lightly to compact the soil. Lastly, water thoroughly, empty the drainage plate and place it in bright indirect light for a couple of days. Now, the second scenario. If your succulents get uprooted, don't worry, they can be salvaged completely. If the roots are still attached to the succulent, empty the top few inches of the planters. Now, place the succulent back into the planter and carefully fill it with the succulent potting mix you removed. Make sure the roots are completely covered. Press the succulent potting mix around the main stem lightly to make sure the succulent has proper support. Here's a tip. If the succulent is very top heavy, place a few pebbles around the stem to give support. Lastly, the third scenario. If the roots have broken away from the succulent, then first clean the root knot and then cut the bottom of the root knot. Remove the lower couple of leaves from the stem to make it longer. At this point, water the succulent potting mix in a planter thoroughly and set it aside in an indirectly lit area to drain thoroughly. Let the stem air on a paper in an indirectly lit area for a day or 2 till it forms a callus. Wait until the callus is formed as shown here. Once it is formed, push the stem into the potting mix. Make sure the leaf nodes are also under the soil and no leaf is touching the soil surface. Do not water for the first few days. Place it in an area with bright indirect light. Lastly, water the potting mix thoroughly once it dries out completely to keep the soil moist but not soggy.